Go all the way out to Inyo Street. So that construction will hopefully start. I've seen the developers down here a lot and they've gotten their funding. So as soon as they're done using that as the construction yard for this project, they should be able to get started. So that'll be good. This is where the public market is proposed on the bottom half of the spiral garage. And I would say one of the rules I mentioned earlier is that ground floor retail only, so there won't be more uses like Downtown Partnership or the Social Security office here. They'll have to be activated. So I know the Downtown Partnership at some point will want to move to an upstairs office so we can make room for another business to be down here to draw in their customers to add to the foot traffic of downtown. And I know a lot of you have been on this tour before, but this is another example of a facade that's covered up a beautiful old upstairs area. You can see the arch in the middle of the corrugated plastic or whatever it is, and sort of the columns behind there. So behind that is a lot of beautiful glass that would make that second floor much more lit up, and would make the exterior much more beautiful. They've also filled in a lot of the display windows with this wood. And we would want to see displays come back so that, you remember that old term, window shopping, you know? It's more interesting to walk down a sidewalk when you've got different things to look at in every window, and it keeps pedestrians moving longer along the street when they're engaged with what's going on and there's something interesting happening. So when you have these blank spaces, people just don't walk as far because it's not as interesting. Same thing with the public market out here. The plans are to really break through this facade and create a lot more openings so people can even sit inside and have an open air window that can be opened and closed at night so people can have a better connection with this whole outdoor dining area. How's that? Got it? We got our trees. We've got our London plane tree here, and we've got our Japanese Zelkovas over here. We did our tree tour. All right. You get a tree merit badge? No?
Say thanks for the map.
Yeah.
We're able to take our notes for artwork.
Good. All right. Well, let's call it a day. How's that? Any other questions? We're all good?
You got any secrets about what's going to happen? Something coming?
Well, the two that I know about are the 5-story building here and public market there. So those are two biggies. There isn't really a plan for this one yet, but if the public market really takes off, you know, it'd be great to continue to see that kind of a use happen over here.
What about that public market? Do we think it's going to turn into like San Francisco, where it's real expensive and kind of or is it going to be like more of a local thing?
Yeah, hopefully local. So, I mean, I wrote up a plan for it. It's ultimately in the hands of the developer, but in the plan, it's focused on food places that sell different kinds of ethnic foods. So, you know, I like to imagine the downtown I want to be in. So I want to be able to go get a bierock or a taco or a pho or barbecue or whatever, lamajun or whatever people from all the great cultural diversity that we have are here. And then also be able to find the best, freshest produce from the region there as well. And then also some of the food products. If you've been to the Fresno Food Expo, I wrote into the plan that there would be a lot of shelving space to have a lot of our local, so you could get products from Valley Lavash, or you could get canned, you know, jams and jellies and soaps and all that kind of stuff there too. So
I just worry about people changing the vision. Like who owns this? Is it possible a developer can just say I want to do this instead and kind of change it a lot?
Yeah, and that's, you know, some of this is always out of your hands. So we can kind of guide the vision, and I think the community needs to like remind people of what we want. We've had that conversation. It's like, well, you know, people want to have oranges in August, and I would say, well, oranges don't grow here in August, so wait until oranges come into season in November and then have a huge orange festival, right? And same with strawberries. You know, we know when we have our local strawberries, so really highlight that, and then it keeps people coming back. It gives us reasons to do that. If it's just a grocery store and it has bananas from wherever and avocados from wherever, then it might be convenient, but it's not that interesting. And we want to have places that are really special destinations. But at some point, it's up to the developer and up to the community what that becomes. So stay engaged with it. Let them know what you want, and I think that'll have a big effect. And it's normal to have like one area where you can buy toilet paper and, you know, normal, you know, grocery items, but the bulk of the market becomes much more specialized with ready-to-eat food as well as food that you can go. I mean, to me, the ideal is if you could just take people to one place to show them who we are in the Central Valley and what we do. That would be the one place you could go and say, aha, I get this place, I get these people, right? And public markets can be are the perfect solution for that. So I just started picking peaches this week in my backyard. Yeah, so we should be all getting excited about the summer fruit that's just right around the corner and enjoying it fresh and local. Good question. All right, we're good?
Yes.
Let's call it a day. If you want a beer, you can get some really good beer right over there. If you're hungry for lunch, we passed several different places along the way that you can go in and grab some lunch and support our businesses. Support your downtown.